Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. Yeah, so this one came in on the Monster Train official Discord server, and everyone in there pinged me and was so nice in requesting that I record it that I was actually just like, you know what, I'll do it right now. So here I am recording this one right now. Now, at the time that I'm recording this, it looks like a few other people have gotten wins on this run. So it probably isn't that cursed, but the person who was playing it basically suggested they had no idea where to go. They just could not imagine how you could pull off the survivability for this run. And they had some screenshots. I didn't really look at them because I don't follow that chat very closely, but when I get pinged and someone grabbed my attention, they're like, "Here's a seed and I struggled with survivability. Can you check it out?" And so here I am. I'm doing it. So that's what we're working with. It is Prince into Root Seeds, which is interesting. Root Seeds is very nice. Prince could be Brawler, who knows? I can imagine this struggling with front lines, though, if you're not showing something like a Rail Beater or a Steel Worker or something that has scaling defense in any way. It's not like you can support a Hollow here very easily unless you, well, I don't know, high roll into regen and some heal cards because you don't have restores, right? I actually think the restore angle tends to be a little stronger here, despite the fact that Root Seeds is a much stronger card in a vacuum. Anyway, we'll see what we're shown. So, in case you're joining us for the first time, hey, how's it going? Basically, what I'm doing is I'm playing viewer submitted runs. So, if you're playing Covenant 25 Monster Train with no mutators and you're struggling through a run, you can send it my way. It looks like a 3-word combo, similar to what you see here at the top of the screen. You can generate that from your run summary, put it in a Discord server, so you can get my attention. Probably the best way is my Discord server. So it is in the main channel on YouTube. It's in the top right. You'll see a little Discord link. You click that button, that's your invite link to Discord server of mine. I will get them other ways as well. I've had people submit them by email. I've had people submit them on Reddit. I've had people submit them in the main Monster Train Discord server, like this one. And of course, YouTube comments will get me as well. So you've got some options if you're not really sure. I also accept blessed seeds as well, though I'll admit I'm only recording so many of these, so oftentimes I'm getting, 5 to 10 submissions a week, and I'm not recording 5 to 10 episodes a week, so there will be some I miss. I tend to favor the cursed seeds that are educational. I think that those are more informative in general. I also, value time and stuff. So there's that. But that's pretty much all I've got for you there. So we're on a 35 win streak, I believe it is. Man, is this correct? I don't actually know if I updated this. Well, we might. I'm going to just say we're on a 35. I think that's accurate. We had a really risky 8 Blight Dante Gambit with Ember Stasis, Sinner Salve, and what is it? Rage Gun Transcendent is what I called it. And we also had Soul Guard and Hot Shark. So I've talked about this episode and this run a lot, and I've thought about it a lot. The specifically last episode, and I think in a lot of days I probably it's tough, right? I'm struggling to explain this because a lot of people were confused how I would ever pick Sinner Salve over Precious Plating as a starting relic, and I think it would be very easy for me on any random day to convince myself that precious plating is better because I agree. I think in the end, you almost certainly save more pyre HP by gaining a flat plus 40 than you would ever lose from penitent or absolvers due to curses and things like that. Especially because the biggest threat of those combats is slowing your draw down, not necessarily taking the damage. Though obviously the damage is not good. So I do think that's true. I think that in general, Precious Plating provides more net HP than Sinner Salve would. But there are a few factors that lean me towards a few things. One, the submission prompt, right? The person suggested that he thought it was blessed. So subconsciously, I'm naturally going, okay, well, maybe this could be a Sinner Salve into Ember Stasis angle, which is something I genuinely do consider. I do add value to Sinner Salve because it makes things like Ember Stasis much more takeable and playable. Those calcified embers are 3 ember typically. It's very hard to get out. But if you're costing 0, it's very, very easy to play them, and it also gets additional value with vengeful shards later. So kind of an interesting angle where I'm definitely thinking, okay, well, there might be something here. Precious Plating has no combo potential, so it leans me a little towards the Sinner Salve. I didn't consider the Dante. I did not even think about Dante at that particular point when I was considering Sinner Salve, but I was also thinking things like Abandoned Stave as another option there. So, you've got some things there that could be helpful. It's it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say there other than I think that's my justification for why in the moment I felt that Sinner Salve was better. It was basically evaluating the combo potential of it. Anyway, that's as much as I'm going to say there. 35 wins. We got the win. Excellent. So let's get in on this. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see if I remembered to click and turn off my mods. Let's go. Look at that. I'm a genius. I know why. It's because I remember I had to submit a challenge link to someone earlier, and I can't do that with my mods turned on. Alright, well, I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just peachy. Nothing really exceptional to remark otherwise. Having a nice morning. It is still morning. Yeah. I was doing some D&D campaign prep when I woke up. Because I can't record right away when I wake up. My voice is not there yet. I have to practice and do some exercises in order to get myself so I can actually talk. Some of it is enunciation, right? Some of it is making sure that my words are audible and understandable, and some of it is also just my voice is hoarse when I wake up typically, so I don't like recording there because I sound scratchy. Anyway, it's all about that. Let's get in on this. Today we are default Hellhorned, Exile, Awoken. It's a good clan combo, right? I do like Exile Awoken with basically anything, so there's that. We're fighting Pushback Talos, this is Spell Shield Arcus, and Chaste Seraph with Molting Imp, Steel Enhancer, and Battering Ram. This is a takeable brawler start pretty easily. Steel Enhancer coupled with Root Seeds makes it playable. Battering Ram is probably going to be thrown away. Molting Imp is okay though. Good backline access for 5 damage, which will help in the early game, and it complements Torch as well. Plus it has a good infusion if we see Ashes or something, so who knows. I do want to scroll ahead normally. We have a death on 2. Where was the other death? Death on 4? Are there any other deaths in this run? No. So the other, what was it, 6 or 5 people won after it was submitted? Oftentimes when something gets submitted in a public Discord, a bunch of people play it immediately. So, yeah, we'll see. But so the person who submitted it, I assume they must have lost on Ring 4. If they're thinking about survivability. Although a Ring 2 death could be possible if you just go too hard on shards. It's possible. I'm not sure who's who, but okay. We'll get to it. Our temples are on 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. So this is a good opportunity for me to point out that 5 temple runs are nice. The reason is largely because they're very backloaded with temples. So if I'm feeling weak in the early game, I can skip a lot of this stuff and just hammer out some shards at the end game. It's very helpful. That can get you to 100 no problem. So we're glad to see that. We have an unremarkable Hellvent on 8. It's with the magic shop. It's okay. We have a good trinket shop on 7 with some money and a vortex. I like that. There is a steel shop there as well. Good steel shop on 6 with horde and vortex. It competes with a bad trinket shop. Pretty rare, actually, seeing double trinket shops outside of the end game. Rings 6 and 7. Crazy. A lot of relics on this run. We have a removal dupe, Pyre Remains on 5, competing with a magic shop. Good magic shop on 4. A pretty bad Hellvent on 4, but it does have an Awoken banner if I need it. Looks like we're seeing forced Hellhorn banners in the early game. 2 Hellhorn banners on rings 2 and 3. No other banners. Very interesting. So I could see a few ways where that works in my favor, but I could also see some ways where that goes bad. We have a 2 in 6 chance, not factoring rares, of seeing a good tanker frontline for Prince, but we also might end up on the Wrathful line if they show me Reaper, in which case I would be looking for like a Horned Warrior. So we'll see. Scorched Steel or Root Split Mask. I'm going to be honest with you, while I really do value Scorched Steel, it's going to get in the way of self-pinging imps if I go that angle. It does help the Battering Ram, but Battering Ram sucks. It's not worth it. It's going to help in the early game. I like Root Split Mask a lot, though. It's a really strong pickup. Yeah, we're going to take this mask. I think it is correct. Forge says, today we get Brawler. Sure, I'm happy to see it. And we can comfortably take the cash and move on. Okay, Spikes is a little sketchy here, but we do have Steel Enhancers, and I might be able to get away with it. I think I get this because I have so many pings and I have the Steel Enhancers. I have to watch his HP, though. That first floor, always a little scary. I'm just gonna Molting Imp out bottom. I do want to play the Hornbreaker Prince up top. I should consider... I'm gonna put the Train Steward up top to avoid a second round of Ember Drain, and we're just gonna torch this thing and move on. Okay, well, I get the Collector. That's good. Now, the Collector is a bit scary in this respect because I do not torch the other guys. I'm gonna Steel Enhancer our friend. We do get the kill. I'm gonna ping one of these, and then we take double Root Seeds here. My goal is to find the Molting Imp next turn. Alright, we got him. Molting Imp next turn, very good. Now, what I'd like to do is play Molting Imp in the middle here. Good. Now, the reason for that is I want both of these frontline guys to die, and I want to draw into the other Train Steward here. I should put one of these guys middle. It's fine. Or... okay, now if I draw the other Train Steward, we're peachy. So let's do Root Seeds, Weight of Contrition here. I have a pretty good chance, as long as it's not bottom two. Okay, well, you know what I say. As long as it's not bottom two. We get it off the back of 1 HP here. Unreal. Thank you, Steel Enhancer. It's one of those things where Steel Enhancer makes the trial possible. We didn't need him, the Train Steward, but we did whiff on him. It's going to be a Fledgling Imp angle. Of course, it makes my Steel Shops better. It is a great endless target, and I have Brawler already. As much as I love Vent, you know, I'd love to take a Vent here. There might be other things like a Glimmer in this pack coming up or whatever. The Fledgling Imp is a must grab. Ensnare. Okay. Ensnare is odd. I do like this card. I never will skip it, so there's always Ensnare. Now, Sharpen is... no, I'm not clicking Sharpen from here. I'm going to go Ensnare. I'm good with that. We got a lot of cash, feeling okay about it. I'm going to the Steel Shop because I need a unit. This person on 2 might have died also because they didn't take a banner unit. That's also possible. Yo, Endless Rage Imp out of the gate. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Oh, yeah, okay, I see this. You've got to take Alpha Fiend here. Ooh, I see why this is a struggle. So this person almost certainly has the Demon Fiend, Alpha Fiend struggle here and goes, what do I do? Now, you can take Demon Fiend, sack 25 shards right now, and create a super Train Steward. And this guy is a tank. Alpha Fiend's not great, admittedly. I will grab him here, but he's not great. I am going to Endless the Rage Imp, even though I really can't play him that much. If I re-roll this and I see a multi-strike, am I really leaning in on Alpha Fiend? The answer is probably not. It's kind of bad. I'm a little annoyed that there's not a, I don't know, Battlestone or something here. I'd really love to give him some extra stats. Kind of my main concern. That's tough. I don't want him to be my main line no matter what happens. He's too big. Here's the thing. If Alpha Fiend was 2 space, he would be a good unit. The fact that he's 3 space is tragic. The fact that his infusion is +1 space is tragic. It's actually, it could be way worse, right? It's not that bad of an infusion. It's not that bad. I give it some garbage, but it's okay. It's just, it's slow because you have to hit things in order to get it. It's like, wouldn't I rather on a sweeper just have, I don't know, Branded Warriors infusion? You just slay anything and then you get like 500 rage. And then you cascade wildly, and you don't have to pay space for it. It's just better. It's a tough challenge here, I think. You could probably have gotten away with the strike +5 without the +1 space and been okay here. Or, I mean, it should have come with HP. I would have been fine with +1 space if it was also, like, I don't know, plus 15 HP at least, or something like that. That would have been doable. But, as it is, it's very not my favorite. Ugh. It's unfortunate. I don't want to spin this into a multi-strike that I can't reasonably use. I guess if they gave me a multi-strike, I could replace Prince on these upcoming floors. Ugh, I hate this, though. I think I'm okay. We're just gonna chill. I think this is the key here, is chill at 10 shards, take nothing, do nothing. I'm thinking this next floor is probably going to be Fledgling Imp Endless into Prince, and we Alpha Fiend another floor. The Alpha Fiend will soften up some heavies. We'll chill here. Yeah, I think so. It's tough. Alpha Fiend, Demon Fiend. That could have been even worse, right? It could have been something like a Demon Fiend Consumer Crowns, and then I would be doing Demon Fiend infused into Train Steward right now. But Merchant of Steel has no unit trial here. I really can't be walking into Talos with Alpha Fiend and a Hornbreaker Prince, which means I think I have to go to this Hellhorn banner. This is tough, actually. You know, maybe this cascades into a very strong run eventually after Talos, but I could see this being on the back burner for most of the early game because you don't have good alignment for what you're looking for, and there are no unit trials here. Interesting. Mark of Invasion is risky. 2 of my 5 starting cards are just units, and they get body blasted here pretty quick. One of them costs 2. I think we turn this off because I'm expecting this not to be necessarily tricky, but I could see this costing, like, I don't know, 30 health in exchange for nothing. Because remember, this also competes with the idea of me maybe getting the Collector here. I might have to do a ping or something in order to not lose. So here, I mean, I can have a much cleaner floor, right? I just do Train Steward in front here because I have that Endless guy. We put the Alpha Fiend on middle. If I get a top floor Collector, we guarantee it here. Yeah, so I mean, I just play the Molting Imp middle, and that's chillin'. And then I'm gonna start the Rage scaling upstairs. Good, right? Just good. A much better turn 2 than if I had had that other thing going on. I would like to torch my imp, please. Thank you. I would like to torch the spikes person, I think, because I don't like spikes. Okay. Alpha Fiend does a punch. Now, with Fledgling Imp, I should be able to... Yeah, cool. I can do it. So here's the deal. I'm going to ensnare tank in front, and I'm going to ping Spikes Dude in the back, and boss should be screwed. Basically. Alpha Fiend's gonna do decent work here. I just play him the Fledgling Imp, and he does like a bunch of damage, which is neat. I'm not gonna really mess around with scaling. He does 180 damage, which is honestly pretty good. We easily get that on top floor. Cool. A much cleaner setup overall, and we get the Collector, which I think makes this feel better overall. Fledgling Imp, really good. But the Self-Infuse is great, but I actually think the Vent is the pick here with an upcoming Temple. It also makes my magic shops better. Not that I have one coming up, but there is a possibility I go to one. Yeah, I'm leaning on Vent here. I already have a Fledgling Imp. I couldn't Self-Infuse him, which is cool. I have the Endless, which is pretty sick. The thing is that I want to stay low on shards here. And I have a lot of supporting offensive scaling in the form of my Root Seeds and Steel Enhancers. I think I can get away without doing something cheeky, and I take advantage here. Ritual, by the way, also very good. Takes a -2 exceptionally well, which I don't really have any great targets for it right now unless I feel like taking Battering Ram. If I could prep that Ritual for an X5, I think I might take it here. I think the Vent is just genuinely better, though, considering what I'm missing. And of course, you know, they show me Glimmer right afterwards. A little unfortunate, but fine. I already have the Vent, so I don't care. Third Steel Enhancer? It's interesting because Steel Enhancer gets proportionally better the more cards you're drawing and the less Ember you have. So at 3 Ember with a lot of card draw, Steel Enhancer is very good. But at like 4 Ember with a lot of card draw, it's less good. I think having 2 of them is enough. I'm just going to skip these. I don't think the Sharpen does anything for me here. And I do need to look at another unit, please. I don't think I can afford to go. If I see a multi-strike, for instance, I think this Alpha Fiend is not doing it for me. So we go to the right. We'll look in the temple real fast. Yeah, we see the -2, so I'm punished immediately. It's fine. Firestone housing. Interesting. I actually do like the Hell's Banners here. I don't have a great setup for this Firestone housing. If we consider our steel shops, they're on what? Like nothing on 4 and 5. And then we have 6, 7, 8. They're pretty good shops, admittedly. Hell's Banners might just represent more value. I'm trying to think. If there's a way I can consistently get Hell's Banners value, then I can take draw instead of Ember, and that's a big swing of power. I don't know how feasible that is if I'm only playing the 1 imp, right? If I was playing 2 imps, maybe, but I don't think I will be. I think the Firestone housing provides more net value in the end. At a minimum, I just toss a +25 at whatever my frontline dude is, which is probably pretty good. I also need to be cautious about Divinity because I don't have a great survivability angle for Prince right now. Take the Firestone housing. I think that's a good grab. Look at this banner. What do we get? Wow, Consumer of Crowns, another Alpha Fiend. Truly tragic banner units. Okay, so take neither of these. They're not good here. So, buddy, that's rough. -2, also not good here. I didn't get a 10 in piercing. I'm not going to do an infusion. I mean, 10 shard Talos. Let's see what the Caverns has for us. Oh, Abandon Stave, Snap Click, right? That means I just take draw? Yeah, because I have Root Seeds. Okay, that's really sick at least. So at least we feel good about the Abandoned Stave pickup. That's nice. I don't think I take any shards here. Although I do want to get rid of Battering Ram. This is a bad draw, pretty much universally. I think cutting the Battering Ram is good. 20 shards is acceptable. The other ones we're not taking. We move on. Unfortunate. It's lower than I like to be, but we're pretty weak right now, actually. I could see people struggling a bit with this. Now, I do, unfortunately, need to buff Prince. I cannot rely on Alpha Fiend here. So it's going to be Alpha Fiend middle, Molting Imp bottom, and then I torch out the 5/1 there, and we play Prince and Train Steward up top. Man, it's too bad that Steel Shop didn't have anything great either. This is pretty good. I can do a Fledgling Imp tank up front, which is nice. I'm going to Steel Enhancer in the back. Guess I can get a casual 40 out here too, which is pretty good. That's nice. I do like, I'm going to punch the 40 into the boss here, which I quite value. And then I will Molting Imp the bottom again because it opens up that Foot Soldier for a torch, which is solid. Okay, no torch. We are going to Fledgling Imp again upstairs. We get rid of the Vengeful Shard. Don't really have much to do in the middle. Sadly, Demon Fiend kind of just gets punched. Not good. Don't love it. Ooh, bouncing back upstairs is not great for me, in my opinion. Because she kills the Talos. Now I can... Interesting. What do I want to do here? I could vent out bottom floor at 6. I do want to ping the 5/1 here, which is good. We still lose this here, though, right? Because of the 3 comes in, and then she hits for exactly enough to kill this Train Steward, which is very unfortunate. We clear the floor, though, which is nice. If I torch in the back, I do 37 to Talos, which I think is worth considering. And I really do believe that the Root Seeds is better than the Vent in this particular case. Yeah. Tough. Okay. That is a bad unit on the bottom floor. Wow, that's rough. Okay, so I can Fledgling Imp up top, take this, and then I can ping once in the back here to get the kill. I need to... Ooh, it's tough. It's tough. I need to do something about this foot soldier. I'm not feeling great about this, I'll admit. I'm not feeling great about it. I can ensnare the foot soldier and hope to deal with it next turn. I think I have to. It's tough, right? So if I play the... What am I doing? 15 and then 10 here provides what? 15, 10 in the front. He dies, alright, so it's 62, 62 no matter what we do. I can keep this train steward alive, weirdly. I don't know if that's worth it, but I will attempt it, I suppose. I think I do need to try to deal with this backline guy, so I'm just going to torch him twice and hope for the best. It's tough. Okay, we get the Fledgling Imp here. Sadly, I could save my frontline guy with the Steel Enhancer. Probably should. Bad draws, unfortunately. Okay, it's Fledgling Imp. Torch, torch, torch. We get the win. Woo! Alright, the Ensnare saves the day. An actually quite difficult early game here, believe it or not. We get through Talos, no damage taken, but very scary. Channel Song is tough with my Imp starters and the Train Steward. Spreading Spores is technically kind of an option, but I'm not feeling that. I don't have anything that benefits from this. Yeah, I don't think it's the Spreading Spores angle. I would need to really go all in on it, and I don't think I will be able to. You want One Horn's Tome? I think I skipped those. Oh, beautiful. Finally, some real unit. Steelworker. Okay. Poof. I no longer need Ember because thank you, Abandon Stave. So I just take card draw here, and we hope for the best. Oof, that is horrifying. What a scary Talos, swinging around from basically dead to thank goodness that I ensnared that guy and torched him as much as I did, because I drew just enough torches to solve it. I would have also gotten it if I had drawn the vent, because I would have played it at 3 Ember, but really tough. Really tight run there. Now, I think a dupe might be in order so that I can line up an eventual self-infuse on Mr. Steelworker. But I think I'll do that on ring 5. I'd rather go to the magic shop here, maybe buff some of this nonsense into a better shape, remove some trash. The dupe is not great. The Awoken banner is unlikely to be anything that I really want. Also, I'd like to get rid of Alpha Fiend at long last. Yeah, we're just going to toss him. He did his terrible, horrible job, and we're just kind of fine with it. And I'm going to toss a Train Steward here. Although, how many shards do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll keep both of them in. That's enough. I like that extra Ember here. So we're going to toss a Train Steward instead. Playing it as safe as reasonably possible. I'm going to -1 things that I can. -1. So Root Seeds here. +10. We're just going to toss a +10 and a torch for the moment. I think this is a reasonable pickup. We're going to spin it. Permafrost. Not what I like to see. I was looking for a holdover, maybe. -1 to a Root Seeds is still good. I'm going to +10 another torch. Okay. We're looking to power up as much as we reasonably can here. Interesting. Is the Wrathful Pivot correct? Only 3 hits on my backline is maybe not ideal. But I don't have great survivability here. And slaying for armor is a good way of cruising the mid game. Thing is he's not going to get these revenge triggers. I mean, I guess on the Divinity he'll get at least like one or something, but I really need to be watching out for how am I actually keeping my floor alive into the Divinity. Serious consideration, by the way, for a Molting Imp infusion into Fledgling Imp here. I didn't talk about that as an option on Ring 2, but it is something we could seriously consider in this run. It would have cleaned up that Talos combat quite a bit, actually, if we had opted for that and gone for a backline clear on it, but I didn't want to commit to that at that point. I think we'll stay with Brawler. We can probably decide on a pivot later, but am I really going to the removal dupe on Ring 4? I guess so. I don't need this money. We'll stay at 20 shards, I suppose. I am going to therefore buy a removal on another Train Steward here. Clean this run up to the best of my ability. I should just buy two. Buy two Train Steward removals. Yeah, we'll move on from here. Just clean up the run and smooth it. Spell Shield is scary here. I will not be able to ping effectively. I don't need this money. Let's not disrespect a possible really nasty Quill Marksman upgrade, and we'll move on. I'm just playing it cool, actually. I think we're okay just playing it cool. I do Prince into Steelworker. It's great. I get a whole bunch of stuff. I blast bottom floor. Neat. Cool. Steel Enhancer. I am going to pop for the money. And then I'm going to pop... Look at this backline guy. He would be a real problem thorn on my side right now. But we're actually okay for the moment. I get a Molting Imp. I will tank with the Molting Imp for the moment. Not my favorite, but it's fine. I'm going to ensnare the tank here because I don't feel like looking at him. Yeah, that's reasonable. Okay, we get our Fledgling Imp. We're feeling good about that. Okay, now I could ensnare the tank again and just drop him. I think the Molting Imp goes downstairs for sure. That's good. I should Root Seeds twice here. The question I have to ask myself, I'm looking at, what, 48? Right? Yeah, 48. So I still have this going fine. 62. It takes 2 hits. He's doing, what, 60, 80? I'm doing 80 into 62. I can do the other Root Seeds here, and we don't actually cause any change. I will ensnare. I suppose I should just ensnare one of these dudes. I'll ensnare the tank, just so I don't think about him for next turn. Sure. We should be able to crunch these units thanks to the Root Split Mask nonsense. Very good, very good. Take the buffs where we can get them. Play this out. If I ping in front, doesn't change anything, does it? 28, 49 is 70, over 70 that. So I just ping in the back and we get the kill. Cool. That works out in my favor. Now we just have some very weak enemies to think about, and we're kind of cruising. I Fledgling Imp and then shoot my Fledgling Imp. Play out the rest of this nonsense. I am going to vent downstairs at 1. It is just going to be enough. Cool. And we are at 20 shards, so the Pyrolite Buddy does not threaten me in any meaningful way. So I'm not really concerned at all. I am going to take every buff I can get here. It's worth it. We'll ping the dude. Sure. Cool. We should crunch him. I do like 200 and something damage here. Yeah, cool. We don't have a ton of HP. We're not that strong, but I will say that we're strong enough, right? Because I'm doing a lot of damage and the armor is enough. This would have been uglier if I had had multi-strike on him, but it's pretty low shards. So I'm going to take the important work. I think it's a good pick. Sure. Extra play of my unit. Quick Tome is good, right? It's good to get quick on Prince. Saves HP. We'll take it. I think that's strong. Okay, so what in the world am I doing now? Am I really going to go to the right and dupe? I do think the self-infuse is correct. I think the removals are nice. It doesn't really matter which steelworker I draw since I don't exactly have any steel shops on this floor. I guess it's right. We'll go to the right then, yeah. Fine. I am maxing out my HP, which is kind of cool. I'll take that. This also is an opportunity to self-infuse the Fledgling Imp, grab another Fledgling Imp, but I think it is the Steelworker here. I'll just have 2 of these dudes, and I like this because if I need to do the self-infuse, again, I can do it on Ring 8, right? We saw that we have the Ring 8 Temple, so I will look at this Horde, it's worth it. Jackstrips. Jackstrips is cute. It's not bad. It helps here. Winged Indulgence is probably better overall. Just make the incoming damage a little weaker. I'll take it. I am going to cut the last Train Steward here, and I'm going to cut... tough call. I think I'm just going to cut a Torch. Torches are good for self-pings. I do like them for that reason. But I think... I guess I could cut a Molting Imp. I don't need 2 of them. My eventual thought is I might actually do Molting Imp Infusion if I don't see any angle to upgrading my Vent in a meaningful way. So I think I'll cut one of the Molting Imps. He's really good though. He's better than a Torch because he consumes and clears the floor. Yeah, we just burn this Torch. It's fine. That's okay. This isn't Diligent, so I'm not killing myself. Cool. Alright, we have Self-Made Harpy. She's going to be scary, I think. And it's with Sycophants, so that's scary as well. Ooh, buddy. How do I feel about... Aggressive Amulet? I do want this money. I do want the money. It's a lot of incoming damage, and I just cleared a Torch, but I'm drawing fast. I think we can take it. At 35 shards, I think we're okay. There's not going to be that many upgrades, and every every frontline upgrader here is not that big of a deal, right? I just pop him, and then I pop this dude, and then I don't think I play the other Steelworker here. I don't want him to die quite yet. Kind of just gets chewed through. Yeah, so Vent is good. I can get a lot of value on bottom floor from the Molting Imp. We'll take that. Root Seeds for free. Steel Enhancer for free. It is. Tome on top for sure. And then I think I want the Collector, so I'm going to take 1 damage for it. It's okay. Oh no, my perfect Pyre health. It's fine. I had so much. Cool. We torch middle guy. Good. I'm going to Steel Enhancer all the stuff upstairs. We Molting Imp downstairs. And we're doing, what, like 60 here? If I find any kind of... If I get my Rage Imp, which I'm guaranteed to see, then we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. So I think we've got this. Yeah, okay. We do Fledgling Imp. We do Important Work. Fledgling Imp. Here. Yes. Now, obviously, Fledgling Imp lives in this particular case, which I don't love. I did think about that. I vent downstairs, and then I separate these 2. Yeah, not ideal, but I can self-ping it out, fortunately, because I got these expensive torches. Great news. I was a little worried about that, but I wasn't thinking it would be too bad. Okay, I mean, at this point, I think I torch this guy out in the back. It does not really matter. The quick is going to help. I think we can play out Steelworker here. He's going to die, but it's fine. Okay, I'm looking for Ensnare. Yeah, Ensnare angle is important. I wish to ensnare the Sycophant, because then it prevents the Sycophant from buffing Self-Made Harpy. Very good. We're going to self-ping the Imp, because I want to keep the scaling going, and I'm just going to shoot. Maybe I can kill this front dude. I'm going to shoot that, because if I can kill the front dude, I think we push another 60-something through, which is great. This is a good turn. I do Fledgling Imp, Important Work, Fledgling Imp, shoot the Imp, Vengeful Shard, play a bunch of stuff. Root Seeds for sure, vent the bottom. Seems good. I think we get through this just off the back of so much HP. Yeah, the quick does great work. Good stuff. Well done. Cool. Free round, basically. I think that that is a good way of handling this. I also think the Ensnare has been one of the best pickups in this run. It's easy to underestimate Ensnare, but it's such a good run. Yeah, Tiresome Climb. That's huge. We're going to click that. Snap click. I was immediately kind of thinking to myself, how am I dealing with Patient? I mean, not Patient, but Divinity. Because I don't think the Steelworker is going to be strong enough on his own. We're going to be looking at hopefully a 100 shard Divinity, which does 8 damage thanks to my Winged Indulgence. So I'm like, I don't know, but that was a good pickup. I'm a fan. I do really like grabbing Focus Growth. It's a good card to just funnel some stuff into. Have a lot of Ember. I'm going to... trading Abandoned Stave Ember for Focus Growth draw is good. It's also just a good heal for my front line. I'm going to Tunnel Vision the Steel Shop here. We're going to do a lot of stuff, so that's nice. Plus 25 for Steelworker, of course. Cool. I'm going to infuse the Steelworker because that's huge value to do. Cool. Very good. Time to spike a little bit on these shards. We're going to look at the Horde. Oh, Light's Gift is pretty sick, actually. Yeah, okay. I'll take Light's Gift here. I got cards to cut, which is an interesting thought. Another Endless is interesting as well, because I could Endless self-infuse a Molting Imp here. That's a little bit expensive. I'd probably rather self-infuse the Fledgling Imp instead. Got a Purge option. Spell Chain. Spell Chain's fun. Spell Chain, the important work. It's very strong to be able to do this. It's really strong to be able to do it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to important work here. The Spell Chain, yeah. That's a good pickup. I don't think it's a Purge. I'm already struggling to decide what the heck I remove. Like, I like my torches. I like the torches quite a bit. I am seeing a Steel Shop, or rather a Magic Shop. Let's re-roll this Steel Shop first. It's not going to be a plus 10. I'm not going to do the Endless thing. Yeah, cool. Honestly, Heartstone and then toss a multi-strike at the Steelworker is a good payout for all this rage I'm generating. He does a good job of kind of clearing up extra stuff. And this means I can skip Steel Shops, which is kind of cool. I can go to this awesome Trinket Shop then, which I will do. Nice. Good payout. Getting the double plus 25s on him coupled with a second hit is actually really strong. Genuinely speaking. I have to decide on my removals, which is difficult. I actually think one of them is Steel Enhancer. We're at a point where I have so much Ember that playing a Steel Enhancer doesn't add anything here. So I think we cut one for the moment. We could cut the Vengeful Shards, but I think it hurts our ability to play our cards. I'm going to cut one of the Molting Imps, I think. Yeah, we're going to cut one Molting Imp. I don't think I need number 2 for this moment. Down to 24 cards with a lot of Ember and card draw. We chill. 75 shards is good. I have options, right? I could save all of my remaining shards for the self-infused Imp, which is very cool. Or if I see like a -2 plus 10 in piercing, I think we can take those and skip the Imp and be good. Because that adds a lot of value elsewhere. I do strongly value the 100 shard angle here, although I do feel a lot stronger now, right? The ability to self-infuse Steelworker and have Light Skipped is pretty huge. We move on. Yeah, I think we get this. I don't want to say no problem, but I do think we did a good job of navigating this nonsense. Just huge. Overall, huge value here. Play out some Vengeful Shards. Seems okay. What is this guy doing again? It is Incant Shard and Rally Shard. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna do Imp, and then self-ping the Imp. I do think killing one of the guys on middle is worthwhile. I'll kill 2 of them. This will hopefully reduce the amount of damage I'm taking, because one of these shards is gonna be nasty. Yeah. Now, I could accept... It's a really bad turn to draw this because I want a Fledgling Imp and do a whole bunch of nonsense. I could Fledgling Imp once and then ping this guy. I'm guaranteed to see Wildwood Tome next turn. What a tricky situation, yeah. One Fledgling Imp is pretty good. I can shoot it, at least. And then we're okay. I don't want to drop him. I think... Man, this Rally Shard is always the one thing. Any of the shards would have been nasty here, but this one is rough. I could have gotten away with the Incant one better. I'd like to ping this guy out, but I do see a guaranteed Wildwood Tome here coming up. Interesting. What is the pick? I mean, let's play the cards we know we're going to play. So the Root Seeds comes out. I want to ensnare something. I'm just going to ensnare one of the... I mean, honestly, I should just ensnare the boss, maybe. Could ensnare upstairs. I'm just going to ensnare this tanker. I don't care if they stack up. I think the play here is be safe. Ping the backline fella here. I kind of... I'm going to ping the backline guy. I think I'm going to accept this. I'll do one Fledgling Imp Daze upstairs. Right, and then we pop him. And now I think the angle is we Molting Imp downstairs. I ping this fella up. See, because I can hit both of them with quick, no problem. So I clear these units still. As long as I only take the one daze here. And... yeah, so I think I let this ride. We put the Fledgling Imp downstairs. I don't mind redrawing this later on a better turn, so we're just going to let this go, I think. Actually, I mean, the right pick is just draw 2 more cards for next turn. Yeah, okay, cool. Fine. Cool. Alright, now get the Wildwood Tome, which is good. I'm playing it. Yeah, actually, redrawing this important work is pretty cool here. It lets me kind of get some of the value from it that I missed before, which is good. Torch it out. Root Seeds. Root Seeds. I mean, yeah, definitely don't remove these 2 Vengeful Shards. I'm still leaving cards on the table here, which is a wild amount of Ember being spent. One of these turns, I get the Incant Shard upstairs, which is going to kind of suck, but it'll be okay. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I get to play my Imp 3 times, which is pretty disgustingly good. Let's see. Yeah, this works out because of... I think Prince is only killing 2 of these guys, or 1 of these guys, and then, yeah, Steelworker does all the rest. Yeah, here we go. Incant Shard. Cool. Good job. So the angle here is... spend your shards elsewhere. I want to end this turn with Fledgling Imp. Don't click the Vengeful Shard here. Let's lock down some stuff. We're gonna lock down this fella. I think I'm just gonna Root Seed like one of these guys in the back or something to get it out of there. And then I'm gonna Steel Enhancer one of these guys just to get it out of there. I want to end this with a torch. So I want to important work, play him, torch it. I guess the vent is gonna die, but it's gonna be fine. I think we leave it at this. I'm going to important work here. Incants up those 2. I'm going to play Fledgling Imp. If I play this, I get 4 Ember back. Right? Yes, I play 1 to get 1. And then I play... and then torch him still. Yes. Yeah, cool. Good job. Goodbye vent, X -3 vent, and I take the 1 damage. I think that is just an important turn to play out in that way. I'll trade 1 to make that turn as good as I did, which is good by me. I'm gonna self-ping this man. Ascending him is pretty tempting here. Actually, it's not even just tempting, it's just correct. He takes like 300 damage from that. So that is like super worth it. I was like, that's tempting. And then I thought to myself, oh, I mean, that's just really smart, actually. Just really smart. How interesting. He took an extra days because of Light's Gift on that turn. Interesting. Well, fair enough. Root seeds, everything out here. Ping my own imp, it's fine. Ping the guy in the back, why not? We are strong enough to win here. Ooh, this is not even tempting, it's correct. Behold, Tiresome Climb. My man is dazed for like 10 years and takes like 500 damage, and then we win. Good job. Great work. Tiresome Climb, is it good? Answer, yes, it is. Okay, I'm feeling good about that there. I took 1 damage, it's fine. Dark Deal's okay. Extra rage scaling. I like Dark Deal because it helps with Haste. Haste is the main reason I'm leaning towards the self-infused Fledgling Imp here, for the record. Main reason for that. I don't know about this Dark Deal angle. I value my HP a lot. I can just self-infuse the imp. I'm going to skip it for cash. We're going to a trinket shop anyway. I'm seriously considering taking more Ember here. I'm only seeing 1 additional magic shop because I'm going to that dupe. Which means I get some -2s into -1s in the root seeds or something. I probably need to make Tiresome Climb and Focus Growth 1 cost. I'm hoping that some of these temples maybe have a -2s. I will trade extra shards for -2s here. Alternatively, I could just take extra Ember here. I am already hitting 10 card draw pretty regularly between Ensnare, Focus Growth, and Root Seeds. That's actually fair. Let's take Ember here because I actually do feel like I can put it to use still. And this offsets the fact that I'm whiffing on some magic shops here. Gonna go look at this trinket shop, see if we see anything cool. Thorn Casing, Cursed Vines is fun. Wing Clippings, nah, I'm gonna skip it. Channel Heart, nah, we're good. That's unfortunate, nothing great. A -2 is huge. We're gonna put that in Tiresome Climb in case I get a holdover. I will do that. You could intrinsic that as well. That's tempting. That's tempting. I do want Hornbreaker Prince here. Now, or Brawler rather. Now, I think we're okay because I get Steelworker self-infused on turn 1. And he's going to have, now he does 9 damage, I believe, because he's going to go to 11 because of the extra shards. But I get the -1 from my winged food, my chicken drumstick. So with my chicken drumstick, I think he doesn't do a 9. He doesn't insta-kill my prince. And that means I am still coming out positive, which is important. I don't think I need the intrinsic then. Now, as far as... Interesting. As far as these removals, we're really down in the weeds of what in the world am I doing here. I think... Ooh, what am I doing here? I think we're hitting enough times to clear floors with the quick and the Light's Gift. So if enemies aren't being auto-killed yet, we have the Root Split Mask, we get them on the next round, they never swing on me. So I'm not as worried about keeping this Molting Imp around. I think we cut him. I think we cut the Molting Imp and the other Steel Enhancer here. I value my torches for self-pings a lot. So I'm cutting everything else. So we're going to drop Molting Imp here. I'm going to cut this Steel Enhancer. Okay. Our deck is now 22 cards. We're really, really slim. I'm already struggling how I'm going to actually remove more stuff. If I see another -2, I think I could reasonably cut both Vengeful Shards, because then, you know, then Focus Growth is 0, and I'm also getting 2 more Root Seeds to 0, so then it's like, what do I even need the Ember for? I took the Ember here. Mark of Invasion, I really want this. I have, what, 65 HP in front. He never kills my guy. I can heal him back. I think we take this. Even in the worst of case, I just face tank a bunch of this on Steelworker. Yeah, cool. So we do Steelworker face tank here, and we're going to be okay. I can just blast this top floor for the moment. And we're fine. Yeah, cool. Alright, seems good. Okay, I do get Cool Torch, which I like. I'm going to take money here. I can Focused Growth. And then I play everything else out, actually. Yeah, cool. Good. I take 10 here, it looks like, just from the extinguishes. I'm probably losing some stuff here from this guy. Oh, maybe. Hold up. I'm going to Fledgling Imp. Self-ping that. Smart. Now, I could... Wildwood Tome is important to play. I'm just evaluating how many of these Vengeful Shards I need to actually play, if any. 142, so I'm killing him in 2 rounds here, which is cool. I don't know about the... If I ascend the Light Wings, he's kind of just like disabled, but having him in front of the Gilded Wing is potentially really good, so let's send him up. He doesn't get shot here, but it's okay. I'm going to... I don't think the pings matter here. It's actually lucky I got a frontline upgrade instead of a backline here, I believe. I think the ensnare is downstairs. I'm going to delay one of these guys. I need to be careful. I don't want to make a quad heavy floor, so I got to be careful, but I think this is acceptable. And it's Root Seeds, and I think we get away with both Vengeful Shards. Okay, yeah, because it's not the quad heavy floor turn. All right, good. Now, one of the downsides of what we're looking at is I only can play the Imp twice on this floor here, and that's because I don't want to have to worry about this guy. Do I have a 12 damage torch coming up? I could do it, but I basically trade 1 here for 1 tomorrow. So let's play him middle, and he swings and kills himself into this Steel Wings now. And we just play a bunch of other cards out. Yeah, we're looking pretty strong thanks to that extra multi-strike and the spell chain angle there, so I think we're looking pretty good. I'm going to split off Big Heavy Tank on bottom. I'm going to Fledgling Imp upstairs. I'm going to ping Fledgling Imp upstairs. We're going to Root Seeds. Vent is pretty good on middle, but I think the angle here is... Yeah, Vent kills both backlines. We love to see it. Cool, we're clearing everything out. He takes some damage from the spikes, but we're okay. Alright, cool. I do think this is going to be a self-infused Fledgling Imp. I'm a little concerned about our speed into Chased. Just because we don't have supplementary scaling here. There's nothing extra. If I had taken something like that Dark Deal, we might have been able to get away with it, but we could not. Or rather, we did not. So I'll ping the Torch Friend. Good job. Root Seeds, Root Seeds. Vengeful Shard. Now I could ascend him here and take free rounds. It's got to be correct, right? I'm doing so much, and then he ascends 2 days here, and then second days up here, so I get 2 free rounds on him. But I do have to chug through this frontline dude. I still think it's worth it, right? Otherwise, I never get the days on this boss. Yeah, this is correct. Cool, I'm gonna ping the guy in front. Sure. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're gonna take a hit here, or at least something, but we chew through it otherwise. Cool. Good stuff. Cool, it's like 1 round or something. He comes through and hits. Like, bonk. Yeah, and then we get him. Yeah, I was like, that's definitely mathematically correct. I just had to verify, so that's good. Let's see. Pyre Chomper's cute, impressive. It's kind of like a better torch, really. I don't think I need to draw more of these. Our density is pretty good right now. I don't think Pyre Chomper adds anything. Imp in a Box is, like, cute. It's cute. I don't think it's going to be doing anything useful. We just skip it, take the money. Wake? No. Engraft? No. Wildwood Custodian? No. We skip. We are set here. I'm going to go left on the ring. We're definitely self-infusing Yawn Imp. Boon of the Blacksmith, Refracting Lens, Petrified Crucible. I don't think so. Maybe a Holdover, maybe? And a double stack Tiresome Climb is pretty tempting, too. Just saying. I actually think that's a serious contender here. Obviously, Holdover would be better, but I could just hold over the important work if they show it to me. 4 turns of days on a draw through. We're very fast on the draw. I think this is really good. We're gonna definitely do that. No, plus 30. I mean, that vent is now weaponized. If they show me a holdover, we have some good choices here. Do the thing we know we need to do. I need to scale faster, so it's going to be self-infused imp angle here. We're going to take some extra shards. It's going to be fine. It's fine. Great work. Okay, so we're looking at that right now. If they show me the holdover, I'm leaning on... Holdover vent is pretty darn good with the plus 30. That's a really strong pickup. Buy the things we know we need to buy. It's going to be a -1 root seeds angle. Yes. I'm okay paying 2 Ember for focus growth here. Root seeds is still a more universally preferred card. Yes. Okay, the 20 consume. No, I like my torches. I am going to tiresome climb double stack. This is good. Yes. Cool. I'm going to reroll now. No holdover on the shop. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay. What that means is I don't need the plus 30. We're going to -1 this root seeds. Unfortunate, 20 consumes. I would have liked some plus 10s. I'm going to reroll Trinket Shop here. Ashes of the Fallen, Resonant Shard, big purchases. All right, we're looking hot after that. That is an unnecessary high roll that's super non-stop cleans up this run. Wow, okay. Yikes, that's strong. I now remove the vent because it has served its purpose and we didn't see any of the upgrades we wanted for it. So, I mean, we saw the plus 30, but I'm not going to have to buy this. We're just going to chill. Like, this card doesn't do anything for me now. I can remove one more. What am I cutting? Good grief. This is a slim deck. I think if I want to cut anything, it's actually root seeds. The one coster. Because I value my torches too much. Yeah, unbelievable. I'm going to cut it. We're going to go down to 20 cards here. And we chill at 115 shards. It's a comfortable run. I think we've cleaned it up quite well and have gotten everything we need. So 115 out of 100. Let's rock. Chase doesn't stand a chance. I did not need ashes to win this. But we'll take ashes. I will not feel bad about that. Sorry, buddy. That's good. That's good stuff. I'm gonna blast some guys. Split some dudes up. No reason not to. See what we get. Be good for while I'm speeding along. Oh no. I did not get my imp yet. It's fine. Fine. It's one of the reasons I did this split is because I later on can do better. Yeah, we just do fledgling imp and look at, oh my god, he goes up to 70 in the front. Good grief, what is this? What is happening? My god, it's too strong. Then you, of course, Wildwood Tome. We have to ping our own imp now. Oh, buddy. I think it's just, what, like, bam, 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 bam. I'm going to ascend this dude so he dies. We just root seeds a bunch. We may as well kill a guy, because Chase has to come back up here now. So this is going to be good, because I think we pummel Chased a bit on this turn, too. Yeah, that's a casual 700 damage into Chased. That seems reasonable. I'm going to ping out Mr. Imp here. I lose a lot of damage for it. It's fine. Can actually gain some of it back by pinging the back. Good enough. I'm not going to take this damage. I don't need focus growth that badly. We're okay. Cool. Feeling reasonably good about our situation here. I do want to ping out my imp. I would like to draw many cards, please. He has to come back up, so let's just lock down one of these heavies so we punch him in the head. It'll be fine. Cool. He comes back up. He cuts my rage in a nasty way, but I think we still scale very rapidly because I have the spell chain thing here. Play our lad again, then we shoot him. Then it's Root Seed's time. Then we shoot this middle fella here, and he takes an absolute truckload of damage and also has 4 days, which is very good. Cool, we easily clobber him. He's gonna cut me one last time. Tough. Look at this. One of the few card draws where no fledgling imp self-death, but I have to tank it here. Oh. Whoops. Well, never mind. I was going to say I had to tank it, but I guess it didn't actually work out that way. Shame. I can and should upstairs another guy. Yeah, cool. Just continue crunching. I do have to ping out my own imp now. But we can important work him instead, and it will be alright. Let's clear out our hand a little bit. Important work first. Cool. Whole bunch of scaling incoming. We ramp so fast. I have no fear. I just ensnare the 190 in front of the boss, and I ping out the 240. 240. The 24 by 2 is what I meant to say, which means Chased is now alone. I'm going to ascend him because that is a disgusting play. Whoop. Hey, look, he's dead. Good job. Go team. We did it. Alright, cool. Don't even need to kill my own imp. We get it. Alright, cool. So very clean, very strong, honestly, even with Chased cutting. And we should look even better into the Divinity because we're not getting cut. Now, if my math was right, I think he does 9 here. Did he do 9? Yeah, my math was right. I was like, I think he gets his 10th damage at 105 on top floor, and then I think he gets his 11th damage at 120. Yo, by the way, sick turn 1 fledgling imp. Whoa, buddy. I am gonna do Prince. I'm gonna take this Ember Drain. I'm gonna daze him, even though it does cost me my imp's death, because I think it is just too important, and I can just kind of move things around for the moment. I do have a lot of things that can kill him from here. Cool. And we also sometimes will just draw the important work on the right turn, which is great news. And now we ramp very hard. I'm already doing over 1,000 damage to this guy, so I'm feeling reasonably strong. I should take out a torch on these guys coming up, because the damage shield will eat a lot of my turns, or hits rather. Yeah, we go Fledgling Imp angle. This is great because the Fledgling Imp dies to the Extinguish. I think we push a lot more damage through if I ping out these. Yeah, okay, we're pushing like 200 extra damage through if we take the torches on the damage shields. Quick Tome in the back here is solid. It will do a little less damage overall, but it buys me extra value elsewhere, which is fine. We are well at the point where feeling pretty darn good about this. Imp drop is solid. Where's that coming from? Ooh, it's the clipped Shaman Extinguish. That's exciting. I was like, what? I thought he might be attacking into spikes at first. I was like, that's not reasonable. Tiresome climb. What's coming up? Torch? Can I redraw one of my 10-shot torches? Maybe. If I can, I will. I'm going to pop this fella down here. Cool. We're doing a lot of damage here. Looking pretty solid. There is a non-zero chance we pre-relentless him here. Possibly. Well. I don't think we got it. No, I could... No, I can't send anyone out here because of the way this works. I can ensnare the mini-boss, though, and we just win on the next turn, guaranteed, which is fine. Sadly, I didn't draw the right torch, but it's okay. The right torch would have gotten the kill there. It's okay, we get the kill here. Hey, look, we nailed it. Cool, I'm gonna click the cards because it makes me feel good to do it, but we have the W. It's not a problem. This is a very straightforward classic run of Ye Olde Monster Train, the video game. We're quite powerful here. Yeah, win or lose, you will come back to me. You're right, I record a channel here, buddy. Of course I'm coming back. Alright, good job, Prince. A very interesting run. I actually do think this run qualifies as cursed because I can really see how you would lose Ring 3. I think Talos is horrifying here. And I do think that it deserves respect. I think I can see how a good player navigates that and feels pretty reasonable about everything, but yeah, still. Our score's pretty good. Not the highest. We didn't win hardcore. See what this person did. Probably pretty similar, right? Molting him self-infused. Oh, they went with sweeper. They went with. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, so they went with quick tome, right? They had to have the quick tome here, I think. Where is it? Wildwood tome. Yeah. Okay. Spell chain. Interesting. Who was your other unit? Did you have one? Oh, you pivoted to wrathful. Well, interesting. All right, fun. Yeah, that looks like that works pretty well. Huh, cool. 190 shards. Yeah, I mean they went pretty hard. It's interesting because I don't think this run looks that good otherwise. I mean, this probably works, right? Into chaste? Yeah, maybe so. I'm trying to think about this if you don't hit the ashes. I think this line is actually much weaker if you don't hit this ashes because your scaling is really slow, right? Like this is not very fast scaling. I could see chaste hitting you or at least posing a risk here, but I guess the important works with two of them on holdover. You've got the tools here that I think this works out. What does this old magic do? Oh, it gives you money. Cool. Interesting. I think this is a good example of a run that kind of worked out because I think you high roll at the end. You don't need these to win with what I did, but I think that having these helps a lot in less strong runs. I feel like this is a weaker line overall than what I did. Not by a ton, but it is still, I would describe this as risky. I don't think I ever go the Alpha Fiend Husk Hermit here. Just full stop, never. I think you, with what you see in that shop, in that third ring banner situation, well, the unit draft, right? You hard pivot, right? You have Brawler at that point. I can't imagine not doing Brawler lean in, right? Can't imagine it. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's back out. I want to see the person who lost now. I don't want to look through everyone. Is this the submitter? No, that's the submitter. Submitter lost on ring 2. Abandoned Stave is ring 3. This, I think what this actually, yeah, okay. This is a top right. So this is when I say top right, I mean someone ended the run instead of actually losing. So what they did is they ended the run. They basically abandoned the run on Talos here. So they abandoned run on Talos. Yeah, I see that. Okay, this is actually I'm really glad to see this because look at this, 100 shards on ring 3. 100 shards. What did you even purchase? Spell chain root seeds. Sell okay, molting imp into fledgling imp. That's 25. So you probably took some money. So that's 25 so far. Another 15 here. That's 40. I don't know about 100. This seems like it's a wrong display, but you're still looking. If I just look at what's on the table here, I'm seeing at least. Yeah, let me run it through. You duped it too. Okay, so you did this infusion for 25. You duped him for 15. So we're at 40. You took the money at the beginning for 50. This is 65. That's 80. I guess there were some purges, right? Yeah, you only have 4 torches. So you definitely took the purge, which is 90. Wow. Okay, so this is really aggressive. There's no, I mean, yeah, there's no world that you win Talos with this run in this state here. This is way too aggro. It's a good example of being too aggressive. I mean, you saw my run. I think I had 20 shards at that point, and with 20 shards, I was struggling. I had to deal with that backline. That 9x2 was risky. Now, you could have cleaned that up. I mentioned this later. You could have given up on the fledgling imp self-infuse angle and gone molting imp infusion there, and that does clean up Talos quite a bit. I think you do win a bunch more confidently in that case, but you've given up that value. I want to see the other loss here. So this loss is Horned Warrior pick, Brawler 3, Fledgling Imp. Still have the Alpha Fiend. Okay, this loses because you don't have any kind of front line into Relentless. I don't see how you beat the bosses. You don't have enough HP. Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, well, fair enough. I see what happened here. This one is more kind of what I was imagining as the struggle fiesta, the challenge of the early game. We're going to look at mine. We definitely took some risks on that ring 3. I don't think we did too much. There were a lot of... We could have had other draws that also killed that 9x2, and it would have gotten us through that combat pretty confidently. But we just happened to draw 3 regular old torches, which is fine. That was the only real risk here, was playing it chill early. I mean, it looks real confident when I take 0 damage here because that swing was something like 500, but yeah. Regardless, once we picked up the pace, this run became very, very strong. Very strong, very fast. And yeah, not much really to add. Take a couple Vengeful Shard hits here and there just because it's efficient to do it. It's well worth the trade, I think. I don't care about score as much, so I'm never thinking about, oh no, my 2% because I took 1 damage. It's fine. We had all the pieces. Steelworker went crazy. Powerstone Housing, good job. Fledgling himself infused, very strong. Brawler all the way. It's a very standard run in the end. It's just a matter of navigating that early game. Wildwood Tome did pay out in a Relentless, though, even though I had the Light's Gift for waves and the Tiresome Climb for bosses, because eventually when the days runs out, you hit them one more time before they swing on you, which is essentially a free round, is the way to look at it. So overall, feeling pretty good about this run. Think it was very well informative and yeah, a good educational run, I think. So we'll leave it at that. That is 36 wins on the series. And yeah, so hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.